All right, guys, so a 45-minute kind of mixed level flow. So modify things as you need to. If you're up for a bit more of a challenge, we can up level things. But if you want more of a gentle flow this morning, then go easy with it. Okay, so we're going to start seated, just getting into the breath. So make yourself comfortable to the ground if that's cross-legged, or pop yourself on a cushion if that's more comfortable. Bring the hands to the knees. Just roll the shoulders once down your back. And again, let's take a couple of shoulder rolls. And then just allow the shoulder blades to settle down your back. Grow nice and tall through the crown of the head. Create that long plumb line right from the crown of the head through to the tailbone. Softly closing the eyes or keep the gaze low. And just starting to become aware of your breath. Feeling the full expansion of the whole circumference of your torso each time you inhale. Reaches right down into the base of the belly, the side of the ribs, into the chest and the back. Each time you exhale, keep the height of the body, but just allow the belly button to draw to the spine, the ribs to deflate, a softness come over the jaw and the forehead. So on your next inhale, we're just going to reach the arms towards the ceiling. You can blink the eyes open, interlace the fingers together and flip the palms up to face the ceiling. So you're pressing up high. Just allow the head to soften forward through that hoop of the arms. The arms squeeze back behind your ears. So biceps right close towards your ears. Feel more space around the ribs now as you breathe. Just let the arms kind of wriggle a little bit side to side, so you get into more of the side ribs. And then holding at the center, take another big breath in. And as you exhale, release the hands around behind you. So fingers take to the back of the mat. Take a dip into the elbows and try to squeeze the elbows and the shoulder blades together. Press into the fingers so the chest reaches up and forwards. And again, feel the breath move into the front of the ribs here, as though the shoulder blades are pressing the heart space forwards. Feel that opening across the chest into the shoulders. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, take your hands out in front of you and just kind of fold over the legs. Allow the head to hang in to wherever it falls to. So sometimes in the morning, particularly the neck and the back can feel a little bit stiff, and that fascia still getting a bit warm. So keep some soft movement into this side if it feels good to you. It's slowly rolling up through the body. Keep the left heel tucked in towards you. Extend the right leg out to the side. Doesn't have to go out too far or anything too dramatic. Right hand out to the side of the hip and left hand lifting up to ceiling. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, reach over towards the right, opening through left side of hips, of the ribs, sorry. So here we're going to bring in a neck release straight away. So just keep everything as it is, dropping towards the right. Just take this top hand to reach away towards the left. Fingers are stretched open, palm facing the floor. Drag the arm away from you so it drags the shoulder away from the ear. And allow your head to hang down towards that right shoulder. So then we're going to move between the two, between that rib cage opening and the neck release. So as you inhale, let the arm lift up and over, ballooning that left side of the ribs. As you exhale, sweep the arm back over to the left, feeling into that neck release. Keep this going. So your inhale reaches up and over. Exhale, reaching away. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, reaching away. Take one more, inhale. And exhale, place this left hand down to the floor, roll the chin forwards So left hand down, and the right hand is going to forwards and up to lift the hips. So without taking this too much into a back bend, just keep those right fingers reaching over to that left side of the room. So you feel the stretch come along the right side of the torso. Nice long line from heel to fingertips. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, retrace the fingers forwards and sit the hips to the floor. Switch sides of the legs. So right heel tucked in, left heel opening out. Left hand at the side of the hip, right arm lifts up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, reach across to the side. Feel that opening around the right side of the ribs. Just check the body hasn't slumped backwards. So try to keep that lower back lifted. Take a big breath in where you are. As you exhale, we'll take this first one slow, bring it into the neck release just to make sure we find it. So palm facing the floor, fingertips reaching towards the ground, about 2 meters away from you. Drag the shoulder away from the ear and allow the head to hang heavy. Jaw is relaxed. And then we move between the two. So inhale, lift the arm up and over, breathing into the ribs. And as you exhale, take the hand away, allow the neck to release. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, feeling the release. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhaling. And exhale, place the right hand to the floor. The left hand is going to sweep forwards and lift up the hips. Again, without taking the hand too far back, so we avoid a back bend. Just pushing long through that top side of the body, reaching from fingertips through to back heel. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, retrace the hands forwards and sit the hips back to the floor. Scoop up the knees towards you, come onto your back. Bring the knees to the chest, take a little rock side to side, just massage your spine into the floor. Bring the legs to 90 degrees, activate the toes, so you're splaying the toes open, this kind of float position between a point and a flex. So you push out through the ball of the feet. Interlace the hands together and place the head into that basket of your hands, keeping the head really relaxed into the hands at all times. Wing the elbows to point up towards the ceiling, so the arms are hugging around the temples. Connect the lower back into the floor. Take a big breath in where you are. As you exhale, draw the belly down and lift the elbows towards the ceiling so that they scoop up the head. Keep the space between your chin and your chest. Inhale, head to the ground, belly expands. Exhale, reach the elbows up, let the head lift and the top of the shoulders lift. Inhale, head to the ground. Exhale, elbows lift, head lifts, belly button pulls down to the spine. Try to curl the tailbone up. Inhale, head to the floor. Exhale, head lifts, shoulders lift, belly pulls down, curl the tailbone up. One more here, inhale. Exhale, lifting head, shoulders, belly down, curl the tailbone up. Keep the head and shoulders lifted. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, reach the elbows towards your right knee and extend the left leg forwards. Reach out as far as you can and pull the belly down. Again, try to tuck the tailbone. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, reach elbows to left knee, straighten the right leg, pull belly down, curl the tailbone up. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, reach elbows to right knee, extend through that left leg, pulling belly down, curl tailbone up. Inhale, come back to center. Last one, exhale, elbows to left knee, straighten the right leg, pull belly down, curl tailbone up. Inhale, come back to the center. Last round, do the same again. Exhale, elbows to right knee, straighten the left leg, belly down, curl tailbone up. Lift the point of the right elbow so you're not leaning into that shoulder blade. Inhale, come back to center. Last one, exhale, elbows to left knee, straighten the right leg, pull belly down, curl tailbone up, lift the left elbow so you're not leaning into shoulder blade. Inhale, come back to the center, bring the knees into your chest. You're all on mute, so you can swear at me if you like. Cross one ankle over the other, hook the hands under the knees, take a couple of rocks through the spine to bring yourself upright. Again, this rolling through the back. Come straight over the knees and into all fours. Coming into a dolphin pose. So just before we come in, just give your back a little wiggle out if you need to, particularly if you kind of just joined, just get your back moving. And then place the elbows down to the floor, so forearms are down. Just wrap your hands around the forearms, make sure you can feel the triceps of the arms. Keep the elbows where they are there, and pivot to the arms back round again. Stretch the palms open into the floor. So from here, take your cat-cow, rolls through your spine again. So the inhale lifts the tailbone up and the chest lifts. And as you exhale, pull belly to spine, rounding through the back so the gaze comes up towards the belly button. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest. Exhale, rounding through, push the ground away. Really try to open out through your shoulder blades. Take one more. Inhale to lift the chest. And exhale to round. Hold this rounding of your back. Tuck the toes. Take a huge breath in. And as you exhale, lift the knees and the hips up off the floor. So hips lift to ceiling. You can keep a soft bend in the knees here if the back of the legs are feeling tight. It's more about getting into the shoulders. Keep pushing the arms into the floor. So you're trying to lift the head up off the ground as high as you can press it up. Really strong through the shoulders. Still connecting that breath into the full circumference of your torso. Relax the head, relax the jaw. Take another big breath in. And as you exhale, bring the knees to the ground. Bring the palms back to the mat. Again, take a couple of cat-cow, maybe a wriggle side to side, just whatever your back is kind of asking you to do, just moving into it. And then we'll find a full downward dog, so tucking the toes and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Give the legs a paddle, so you're squeezing one heel down and then the other, stretching the feet back in the legs. Take the feet about as wide as your mat, and as you inhale, come right up onto the tiptoes. As you exhale, drop both heels towards the right side of the mat, so your hips kind of swing over towards that right side as well. Keep pushing the hands into the ground, so the chest reaches through for all the legs. Maybe feel that stretch down the side of the body. Inhale, come back up through the tiptoes, and as you exhale, drop both heels over to the left, hips swing over to the left, and press the hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back to the center, bring the feet back into hips distance. Roll forwards into a plank position, pushing the floor away so shoulder blades feel really open. As you exhale, half chaturanga, so knees to floor and the chest to the ground, the elbows hug in. Sliding forward onto your belly, roll the shoulders down your back, lift the crown of the head. As you exhale, come back through all fours and find a child's pose, hips to heels. Take a big breath in. And a full breath out. Slowly come back through all fours and come back into your downward facing dog again. Holding here, take a big breath in. And maybe a sigh through the mouth. Slowly walk the feet up towards the hands, come into a forward fold at the top of the mat. Hang on to alternate elbows or back of the legs, wherever you want to hold. Keep a bend in the knees, again, particularly for morning practice, just giving your body a little bit more extra time to warm up and to soften. Allow the body to just sway from one leg to the other. Notice how the hamstrings are feeling, where your back is feeling. If you're doing a lot of yoga at the moment, just start to acknowledge how your morning practice feels towards your afternoon practice or your evening practice. So observing the kind of homeostasis of your body at different times of the day. And then allow the arms to down roll to the floor. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, draw the belly to spine. So the abdominals push you up. Try to keep the glutes relaxed. It's more about the abdominals pressing you up, bone by bone, standing. Keep the arms a dead weight until you get to the top. Lift the head and roll the shoulders down your back. Interlace the fingers together behind your back. Draw the knuckles towards the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and open the chest, light-footed and seated at the start of the practice. Give a little sway through the body, one side to the other. That helps to ease things off again. So again, I always find it, as I was saying, like morning practice just takes a little bit more kind of wriggling into poses. There's no need to just hold static when the body needs to move. Release the fingers. Take an inhale, sweep the arms around and up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, find a forward fold all the way through to the feet. Take a halfway lift as you inhale, hands to shins, straighten the spine. You can still keep the bend in the knees. Hands to the floor, step the right leg back behind you and place the knee down to the mat. As you inhale, bring the hands up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, sink the hips forwards and down towards that front heel. Being slightly tucking the tailbone or scooping belly in, so you feel this stretch start to open out in the front of the right hip. Take another big breath in, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into plank position. Take a breath in. Exhale, half or maybe a full chaturanga. Again, remembering if you're wanting to up level or down level pose. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, come back into downward facing dog. 2 full breaths here, either moving or static. Inhale 2. Exhale. Lift the left leg up towards the ceiling, take a breath in. Exhale, step through to between the hands, lift it through if you need to. Rock the weight backwards and spring the back foot to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold into the legs. Step the left leg back behind you, place the knee down to the mat. Inhale, lift the hands. As you exhale, sink the hips forwards and down towards front heel. Slightly tuck the tailbone so that you open the space at the front of that left hip. Take another big breath in, lift the hands. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back into plank position. Take a breath in. Exhale, half or full chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. 2 full breaths. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can bend the knees and tip the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, step through to between the hands. Again, lift it through if you need to. Rock the weight backwards and spring the back foot to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold into the legs. Stay where you are, take another breath in. And as you exhale, find that rolling up to standing again, using the abdominals to push you up. As though someone's going to poke you in the belly and your belly's chasing away from it. Keep the head tucked in and the arms heavy until the rest of the spine is straight. And then roll the shoulders back and place the head on top. You can inhale, arms sweep round and up. Exhale, find a forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold into the leg, step the right leg back behind you, place the knee down to the floor. Keep the fingers down this time. Make sure the toes are untucked at the back so that you can push into the floor with that shoelace bit of the foot. Feel the kneecap of that right side, then lighten on the ground. And if it feels okay to you, maybe allow the knee to lift off the floor. Tuck the tailbone, so as though you're lifting the chest up. So you may want to keep your hands on the floor here. If it feels okay with the back leg, bring the hands to the front thigh. So you're lifting the weight of your body up a little bit higher. Either you stay here, you can keep this back knee on the floor or off the floor, but keep the pressure going down through the back foot. If you want to up level, lift the hands to the ceiling, keep that tailbone really tucking and lift the gaze. Wherever you are, take 2 more full breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale, place the back knee down if it's floating. Hands come to the floor, step back into plank position. Take a big breath in. Exhale, half or full chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. This time, bend the knee at the top so the heel squeezes towards the right glute. Lift the kneecap towards the ceiling so you feel the hip bones open out towards that left side of your mat. Imagine the belly button trying to turn round towards the ceiling. Then try to just square the armpit. So one armpit hasn't opened, so both shoulders are square through the mat. Keep that supporting leg really straight. And then take an inhale, lift the floating toes back up to the ceiling again. And exhale, step them through to between the hands. Again, lift it through if you need to. Rock the weight backwards, spring the back foot to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold into the legs. Step the left leg back behind you. Place the knee down to the floor and come into the arrow lunge. So placing the back foot into the ground, push it into the floor so you feel the left kneecap lighten. Be mindful, one side might feel different to the other, so it might require you to do something different where your body weight is. So maybe the back knee floats, maybe hands come to the front thigh. Maybe this feels enough. Again, if you want to up level, reach the hands to the ceiling, tuck the tailbone, scoop belly button to spine. Wherever you are, take 2 more really full breaths. So deep inhale, exhale, inhale 2, exhale, place the back knee to the floor if it's floating, bring the hands to the ground, step back into plank position, take a big breath in, exhale, half or full chaturanga, inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. 2 full breaths. Again, try with that bend in the knees and the tailbone tipping up. So we lengthen the back and open the chest. Inhale 2. Exhale. Lift the right leg towards the ceiling. Holding here, bend the knee, so you draw the heel towards the left buttock and let the kneecap open towards the ceiling. Again, think belly button trying to turn round towards the ceiling as well. Straighten that supporting leg and square up the shoulders. On your next inhale, lift the floating toes back up to ceiling, and as you exhale, step through to between the hands. Rock the weight backwards, bring the back foot to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, soften over the legs. Slowly rolling up to spine, again thinking abdominals doing the work rather than the glutes. Roll the shoulders down. Take an inhale, lift the arms. Hook the hands around to the back of the neck. The palms stay together, resting the thumbs into the base of the neck. Hug the arms in towards your head, so you can feel the arms against either side. And then lift the elbows towards the ceiling. Allow the head to relax into the arms. Keep the tailbone down, so we're not back bending into it. It's just a little extension of the thoracic upper spine. On your next, or take another inhale where you are. As you exhale, keep the hands where they are, just forward fold again through to the feet. When you're in the fold, allow the hands to just lengthen the back of the neck, and just give your neck a little bit of a massage. And then allow the hands to dangle to the floor. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold into the legs, plant the hands to the floor. You can step or maybe do a few hops back into a plank position. 1 hop, maybe 10. See how you go. When you're there, take a big breath in. Exhale, half or full chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, come back into downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the ceiling. Bend the knee and again open the hips, turning the belly button around towards the ceiling. Keep the underneath heel pressing down towards the floor. Inhale, lift the toes back up high. Exhale, step through to between the hands. You're going to turn the back foot round into warrior 2. Spin the hands open, the hips and shoulders are facing the left of the mat. Checking that front heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. So just turn around so you can see. So from here, bring the left hand, back of the hand comes around the lower back. Maybe the fingers kind of peek around to the other side of the waist. If they do, see if the fingers can just reach the top thigh. So you can use the fingers then to help you lean back into this next pose. The right palm faces up to the ceiling. Take a breath in, lifting up to ceiling, and exhale, reaching back towards the left. So if those fingers have wrapped all the way around, use the fingertips now to push into the front thigh to help you tip back a bit further. If the hand is just around the lower back, then perfect there too. Keep pressing the hand down and using the hand to guide the tailbone downwards rather than arching into back bend. So keeping that tailbone down. From here, we bring in that same neck release and rib opening as we did when we were seated. So take a full breath in where you are. As you exhale, take just the top hand away as though the fingertips are trying to grab hold of your front right knee. Let the head drop over towards the left shoulder. Feel that opening down the sideline of the neck. Relax the jaw. We work between the two. So inhale, lift the top hand up and over. Exhale into the neck release. Fingers try and grab that front knee. Deepen into the front leg. Go again. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, fingers to knee. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, fingers to knee. Roll the chin towards the chest. Lean this right forearm into your front thighs. You tip the body the other way. Keep the back arm wrapped and use that wrapping to roll the top shoulder open. So again, imagine the chest is trying to spin towards the ceiling. It won't, so don't let it. Think slightly tucking tailbone, so you create a little bit more space in this hip. So if the tailbone is arching back, to kind of sink into it. So keep the tailbone tucking under. Lift the left hand up to the ceiling, take a big breath in. Exhale, place it down to the floor next to the front foot. Lift up the back heel and then unravel that right arm up to the ceiling. So you're going to twist here towards front knee. Circle the top arm around either direction, a couple of big circles. And then changing direction around the other way. Place the hand down to the floor. Step back into your downward facing dog. Either pausing here in down dog for about 5 breaths, or rolling through vinyasa, or stay in a child's pose if you want to rest. I'll move through the vinyasa if you're moving. We meet back in a downward dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee, so this time the heel again squeezes towards the right glute. Lift the knee up towards the ceiling. Keep the supporting leg straight and try to draw that underneath heel towards the floor. You're trying to turn the belly round to the left. Keeping the armpits square to the mat. Inhale, lift the toes back up. Exhale, step through to between the hands, coming into warrior 2. So open the back foot round, arms spin on top. Soften the shoulder blades down the back. If you glance down at those front left toes, just check you can see the big toe underneath that knee. So if the knee is rolled in, it will be covering it. So keep that knee open. Take the back of the right hand around your lower back. Maybe the fingers peek round. Turn the left arm to ceiling. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale to reach further over. Drawing belly to spine. Again, maybe using those fingertips to encourage a little bit more depth into it. Or back of the hand is guiding the tailbone down. Feel the breath move into that left side of the ribs. Feel them balloon with each inhale. And then we bring in neck release. So keep everything as it is, just that top hand reaches over. So fingertips try to grab that front knee. Let the head hang down towards the right shoulder. We work between the two. Inhale, take the arm up and over. Exhale, reaching left fingers to knee. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, reaching to knee. Last one, inhale. Exhale, then place the left forearm to your thigh, roll the chin to the chest, taking the tilt of the body the other way. Keep the back arm wrapped if we can, so we keep that top shoulder trying to open, as though chest is trying to spiral towards the ceiling. Again, more tucking of tailbone to scoop the belly in, tailbone isn't sticking back. Lift the right arm up to the ceiling. And a couple of big circles with this arm. Did we do? We didn't. Place the hand down next to your front foot. Lift the back heel and unravel the left arm up to the ceiling, into the twist. Circling this top arm now. Either direction a couple of times. And then changing the direction. Placing the hand down to the floor, step back into your downward facing dog, and same options, either you pause here for a few breaths, you can take a child's pose, or move through the vinyasa. So inhale into plank, exhale to chaturanga, inhale lifts the chest, and exhale for downward dog. Taking a full breath in, and a full breath out. Bring the knees to the ground, come into child's pose if you aren't there already. Fold the hips back to your heels, just taking a couple of breaths in a rest. Again, if the body still needs that extra little bit of movement that's coming in, allow the body to sway or the head to rock, wherever feels good. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Going to take an inhale, lift the right leg, opening the hip for this last time. So heel draws towards the left glute, lift the knee. If you wish to, drop that into wild thing, then the toes come all the way over. The right hand is going to lift off the floor and spin the chest and belly towards the ceiling. Stay where you are if that feels a bit too freaky. Gaze to the mat, hand to the mat, reverse the way you came, lifting the toes back up. And we exhale to step through to warrior one this time. So foot between the hands, turn the back foot onto a diagonal, so heel roots to the floor, and then lifting the hands forwards and up to the ceiling. Sink the hips forwards towards front heel. Have a sense of the feet pressing apart from each other as though you're trying to rip the mat in the middle with your feet. Really straight and strong to the back leg. Deepen towards that front heel. And again, bring the feeling of tucking the tailbone slightly, so scooping that belly up and tailbone sinking down. So again, you should be feeling a little bit of opening through the front of this left hip here. If you don't worry about it, but just aiming to open that space. Bring the hands to the heart center, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, transfer the weight into the front foot, float the back toes up into warrior three. Straight through both legs. Hip bones are both facing the floor, so square the hips up. We might need to drop down through the left side of your pelvis, or think the little toe of your back foot rotating to the floor will help you square that up as well. Reach the fingertips back towards the back foot if you're still balancing. Squeeze the shoulder blades together so chest feels open. Take a soft bend into the supporting leg, step the back foot down again, spin the arms forwards and up to the ceiling, and then open back round into that warrior two, so turning hips and shoulders to the front, to the side. Straighten up the front leg, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, reach forwards as far as you can reach, keep the quads pulling up with the supporting leg, and then hinging to find Trikonasana, triangle pose. Top hand lifting to ceiling. Be mindful of where your gaze point is on this one. So to soften the ease of the balance, the gaze low will always help you balance better. Midpoint gaze kind of in line with your chest. Or to challenge the balance, lift the gaze up towards the top thumb. Okay, you decide. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring the top hand down, so both hands frame the front foot, fingertips to the floor, turn the back foot and step it in a little bit closer towards that pyramid pose, so the back heel is rooted to the floor. Aiming for two legs to be straight here, but I'd rather your hands be on the ground, so if your hands are up here floating, bend the front knee until the fingertips can rest down. Otherwise, we're going to put a little bit of strain into the back, which of course we don't want to do. Take a full breath in and a full breath out to bow the forehead in towards that front leg. Another full breath. Bend the front knee if you need to plant the hands flat to the ground and slide the front foot back into your downward facing dog. Reset the feet a little, paddle the feet. Inhale, lift the left leg to ceiling, bend the knee, open the hips. Option to stay here or drop the toes down towards that side of the mat. So the left hand leaves the mat, pressing your hips and heart to ceiling, reaching back behind you. Find softness in it, and then start to retrace the way you came. Gaze to the mat, hand to the mat, lift the toes back up high. Step through to your warrior one. Turn the back heel. Hips and shoulders stay facing the front, arms lifting overhead. So deepen in towards that front knee, tucking the tailbone, and press the feet apart from each other. So again, opening the space. Maybe some of you, if you're feeling tight, you'll feel the stretch in the front of this right hip. Bring the hands to the heart center. Take a full breath in. If we can, on one swift exhale, come into warrior three, transfer the weight forwards and pick up the back foot. Thinking about the squaring the hips, so tempting to kind of let this top hip open, keep the hip facing the floor. Think rotating that little toe to the ground at the back. Both legs nice and straight and strong. Pulling belly to spine. Still balancing, well done. Take the hands back towards the back heel, squeeze the shoulder blades, your chest feels open. Take a breath in. Exhale, gently bring yourself into warrior two. So toes down and spin the arms open to warrior two. Good. Otherwise, we'll just meet in warrior two if you've fallen out of that. Good. Straighten out the front leg. So both legs are really actively pulling up strong. Exhale, reach forwards as far as you can. So we keep the underneath side of this torso lengthening and then hinging. So the fingertips just lightly rest to the shin, top hand lifting on top. Think about one straight line from your top fingers through to the underneath fingers. So just check kind of alignments where that feels to be. Scooping belly to spine, so we're not leaning into this underneath leg. Stay strong. Choosing your gaze point or drishti point for balance. Take another breath in. Exhale, bring the top arm down towards the floor. So both hands frame the front foot. Again, make sure the fingers connect to the floor. Turn the back foot and step it in a bit closer so the heel connects to the mat. You want all toes facing forwards on this one, like you're on train tracks with the feet. Take a breath in. Exhale to bow the head in towards that front leg. Take another full breath. Bend the knee enough so both hands are flat to the ground. Slide back into a downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Bring the knees to the ground. Come into child's pose or any kind of resting posture that your body needs. And then however feels best to get there, bring yourself over onto your back. So you can just roll yourself over or sweep the legs around. So kind of reverse your child's pose. So the knees are back with the chest, as we just did on the floor. Take a rock side to side so you massage your back into the floor. And then keep the knees together. So knees are connected, hands kind of holding them as one piece. And then circle that one piece of your legs around in really small circles around the sacrum. So just above the tailbone, kind of got that flatter ridge of bone. And just try to circle into that small triangular feeling of that bone. In a way, the smaller you make these circles, the more benefit that muscle is. The muscles that connect into that bone are going to have. And nice and small, nice and slow. Changing direction every few times. And then keep the right knee in towards your chest, hands interlace around that shin, and send the left leg away from you along the mat. Really consciously kick out through the left heel, flex that foot as though you're trying to pin the back of that knee to the ground. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, squeeze this right thigh closer towards the ribcage. Roll the right foot around a couple of times one way, and the other. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, scoop that left leg back in towards the body. Switching sides, your hands around that left shin, and extend the right leg away. Flex the right foot and really consciously push out through the right heel. Take a big breath in. Exhale to draw this left thigh closer towards your torso, and begin to just circle the foot a couple of times one way, and then the other. Keeping the foot flexed, take a breath in. Exhale, scoop the right knee back in towards the body. Just let the knees kind of hang without holding them, so toes just floating off the floor. Reach the arms back behind you, so the upper body is in full stretch. On your next exhale, allow the toes to gently find the ground, and then walk the legs away. So you come into a full body stretch out. Again, a couple of big breaths, or a sigh, or a yawn. And then bring the arms down to the sides of the body. Tuck the shoulder blades down your back a little. Allow the chest to feel open and the feet just to flop out to the sides. Take a long breath in. Hold the breath in the body for a moment. And then slowly let go of the breath, let go of the body, let go of any lingering thoughts in the mind. Take another couple of deeper breaths like that if you need to, just to really let yourself go. And just allow yourself to indulge in just a couple of minutes of stillness, of quiet. So without there being any force to the breath, just still noticing it reach into the lower belly. And then just changing the tone of the breath so that it carries a little bit more energy into it again. Allow some movement to come to the ankles, to the wrists, to the head. And when it feels right to bring the knees one at a time back in towards the body again. Just taking a rock side to side to massage the back into the floor. And then either rolling yourself over to one side first, or if it's more comfortable, take a rock through to seated. Bring yourself upright, however feels best. Good. Just bringing the hands to rest to the knees once you're upright. Maybe closing the eyes or just keeping the gaze low. Just noticing where the practice has maybe opened into the body, or where you feel more connected to your body. And as always, just bring to mind one thing that you can feel grateful for today. Acknowledge one thing that you like about yourself today. and recognize how getting to your yoga mat has served you in some way this morning. And then closing that gratitude, self-compassion and achievements to your heart center as the palms come to the heart space. Take a full breath in. And exhale to bow your head to your hands. Thank you guys. Namaste. Well done. Lovely to see you all. Have a good weekend. I'm sure I'll speak to some of you soon. Bye.